Hello and welcome. You're watching News Unlocked, the show that brings you news without the noise, that goes beyond the headlines to bring you the real story. And there is no bigger real story than this week. Gangster Vikas Dubey, arrested just a little over 24 hours back, was shot dead in an early morning encounter in Kanpur. The UP Special Task Force personnel accosted Dubey, claimed that the gangster tried to flee and fired at the police after the car he was traveling in overturned. Dubey, who has more than 60 cases registered against him, had killed 8 police officers, including a deputy superintendent, last week in a village near Kanpur. The encounter might have ended Dubey's reign of terror, but has left several questions unanswered. On News Unlocked, we revisit the last few days and the timeline of Gangster Vikas Dubey's life. Remember, today what you're going to watch is straight out of a Bollywood script. Dare I say, this is even better than cinema. This is real life gangsters, cops and netas. Let's chart out the timeline then and unlock the news. Take a look.
दुबे को लेकर यहाँ से निकली है एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीर आप देख पा रहे हैं और ये जो सामने की तरफ आप गाड़ी देख पा रही है, इसी गाड़ी में विकास दुबे को रखा गया है। आज तक पर ये एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें हैं। विकास दुबे को यहाँ से ले जाया जाएगा और आगे की पूछताछ की जाएगी।
This was Endgame. Vikas Dubey, the mastermind of the gruesome killing of 8 policemen last Thursday, was today being whisked away by the police. But he was killed in what the police claims to be an encounter. But this isn't the chase where the story began.
Had gone to raid an area in search of...
After having made it to headlines across the country for killing 8 personnel of the UP police and escaping with their weapons, gangster Vikas Dubey began his cross-country run.
A massive manhunt is now on to nab the history sheeter Vikas Dubey, accused in the killing of 8 Uttar Pradesh police personnel.
The UP police had no idea at that time, but Dubey gave the cops the slip and travelled hundreds of kilometers from Chaubepur in Kanpur to Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. Across 5 states, despite a high alert and security forces out hunting for him. As per the sources, in his first leg of the run on 3rd July, Dubey fled his house with his accomplices. They reached a friend's house at Shivli in Kanpur Dehat. Later, from Shivli, Dubey covered around 92 kilometers to reach Auraiya. By 5th July, Dubey had left Auraiya and managed to travel to Faridabad in Haryana, where he was seen outside a hotel. The visual captured on CCTV. He was also traced to a sweet shop in Faridabad in the afternoon of July 7th. Dubey then travelled to Ujjain in a 4-wheeler along with 2 lawyers. CCTV cameras at the Shivpuri toll plaza at 11 p.m. on July 7th captured the criminal passing through in a car with a High Court sticker on it. Across state borders, across 7 districts, dodging the STF. Vikas Dubey gave the slip to more than 40 teams of the UP police who were on his trail.
So how did the entire 6 days unravel? Remember, for 6 days, the UP police was reportedly on the hunt for gangster Vikas Dubey. On the 9th of July, he dramatically appeared at the Mahakal temple in Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh. It was in the temple that he was taken into custody by the Madhya Pradesh police. Here's how the events unfolded. Was it a stage-managed surrender or was it an arrest? Take a look.
UP's dreaded gangster declaring his identity in front of the police in Ujjain. Dubey's arrest, or was it surrender, looked straight out of a Bollywood potboiler, perhaps even better scripted.
The last 24 hours of dreaded gangster Vikas Dubey have left many mysteries and questions unanswered. Number one, whether he was arrested in Ujjain or did he simply surrender, fearing to be killed by the Uttar Pradesh police.
After eluding the police forces of 4 states, the man whose gang ambushed and killed 8 cops in Kanpur surfaced in the temple town of Madhya Pradesh on Thursday morning. Dubey had come ostensibly to have a darshan of the revered Mahakal. He bought flowers worth Rs 250, and the flower seller who got suspicious informed the temple security, who in turn tipped off the police. Dubey was caught while returning after offering puja. The local cops, we are told, used the Truecaller app to identify him.
पहले फोटो देख रहे थे हम लोगों का नाम विकास दुबे हो सकता है संदिग्ध 1-2 घंटा हमने इंक्वायरी किया सीसीटीवी फुटेज के माध्यम से देखने के बाद हम लोगों ने
दर्शन करने के बाद जैसे निर्गम द्वार पे आया उन लोगों ने उसे पूछा कि तुम्हारा नाम क्या है। उस पर इसने अपना नाम गलत बताया, अपना आईडी गलत बताया। उसके बाद जब उसको संदेह हुआ तो इन लोगों ने उसे गंभीरता से पूछताछ किया, तो बाद में इसने बताया कि मैं विकास दुबे हूँ।
Dubey was then taken to the police training center in Ujjain where he was interrogated. It was then that Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister briefed his counterpart in UP, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, about the arrest.
मैं मध्य प्रदेश पुलिस को इसके लिए बधाई देता हूं। हम उत्तर प्रदेश के निरंतर संपर्क में हैं। आगामी कार्रवाई के लिए इसको उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस को सौंपा जाएगा।
And nobody found it surprising that a flower seller and a temple guard in Ujjain could spot a UP gangster at an MP temple.
Now, just a day after Dubey's capture in Madhya Pradesh's Ujjain, the gangster was handed over that same evening to the custody of Uttar Pradesh's STF or Special Task Force team. But the details of the arrest and the handover show that the rule book perhaps wasn't followed at all. There was no attempt made to first arrest him and then hand him through transit remand. Instead, it appeared to be a stage-managed handover. Take a look.
Vikas Dubey in clean clothes, shaven, surrounded by a bevy of cops. These were some of the last visuals we saw of the dreaded criminal. On 9th July, after Dubey was overpowered by temple security in Ujjain and captured by the Madhya Pradesh police.
Interrogation of Vikas Dubey revealed in Ujjain that he was not only hand in hand with UP police and politicians, but also he was in touch with bureaucrats. On the day of incident, on 2nd of July, he tried to burn the bodies of dead 8 policemen. And that is very shocking revelation by Vikas Dubey before Ujjain police.
By evening, Uttar Pradesh's STF team came in to take charge. It had been decided that the STF would take the gangster back to Kanpur. Interestingly, Dubey was not presented in front of a magistrate. He was not given a transit remand. None of this was needed because he was never officially arrested by Madhya Pradesh police. And so he was handed over to the UP STF team on direction of Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
He's been handed over to the UP police on directions from the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister and will soon be heading to most likely Kanpur in Uttar Pradesh.
Let's turn to the next part of the journey of Vikas Dubey. The Uttar Pradesh Special Task Force team was charged with bringing Vikas Dubey back to Kanpur from Ujjain. India Today spent an entire night following the convoy, which began late evening on Thursday and then wended its way towards Kanpur. Our reporters were stopped at certain points. Let's tell you what happened on this convoy's journey from Ujjain to Kanpur.
July 9th, Thursday, 7 p.m. UP STF convoy takes Dubey into custody and leaves for Kanpur. India Today's team follows the 4-vehicle convoy of the Special Task Force. Sitting in one of these vehicles, Gangster Vikas Dubey looks relaxed, thinking that by surrendering himself, he's saved his own life. The convoy had to travel a distance of more than 650 kilometers, but due to bad roads, it would take them 10 hours. At 9:30 p.m., the convoy stopped to refuel vehicles between Shahjahanpur and Pachor. India Today's Ravishpal Singh and his cameraman also stopped their car to catch a glimpse of Gangster Dubey. But an angered Special Task Force team stops them from filming. 10 kilometers ahead of Pachor near a dhaba, one Innova vehicle from the convoy overtakes India Today's car in a manner that we had to stop. STF officers take the key of India Today's vehicle. They jostle India Today's cameraman Irshad and are angry that we're following their convoy. Despite repeated requests, the Special Task Force team doesn't return our car keys and then moves on.
जो ड्राइवर है उसके साथ पहले झूमाझटकी की, उससे कार की चाबी छीनी, फेंकी और उसके बाद जो हमारे सहयोगी कैमरामैन हैं उन्होंने चाबी को उठा करके अपने पास रखने की कोशिश की, तो उन्हें धक्का दे करके यहीं ये जो ढाबे के जो पलंग है जहां पे बैठ के सब खाना खाते हैं यहीं पे गिरा दिया और उनसे कार की चाबी छीनकर वो आगे फरार हो गए.
India Today's Ravishpal Singh then called a senior police official and asked for their intervention. The STF team returns the keys to another reporter of India Today, some 61 kilometers away from the site where Ravishpal was stranded. The STF also warned not to follow their convoy. India Today's team was present at every crucial point on the Ujjain-Kanpur highway to report on Vikas Dubey. Until this point, everything was going smooth.
ये आप देख पा रहे हैं जो ये विकास दुबे है उसको लेकर कानपुर पुलिस की टीम, ये आप देख पा रहे हैं इसमें इसी कार में जो विकास दुबे है वो बैठा हुआ है, यूपी एसटीएफ की टीम बैठी हुई है.
Around 6:30 a.m., the STF convoy reaches the Kanpur toll plaza. India Today's Arvind Ojha starts following the convoy. At the toll plaza, two more vehicles join Dubey's convoy. One at the front, another at the back. The sole purpose of this was to stop media vehicles from entering the convoy.
हमारी गाड़ी को ओवरटेक करने की यहाँ पर कोशिश की जा रही है. जाहिर तौर पर एक सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट भी है, ऐसा सोर्स बता रहे हैं.
Undeterred, India Today's Arvind Ojha continues to follow the convoy, even though the police tried to dangerously overtake our vehicle. Near the Kanpur toll plaza, an effort was made again to stop India Today's vehicle, but somehow we managed to avoid it. Just a few kilometers ahead, there was barricading. We were stopped in the name of checking. The time was 6:55 a.m.
तो मीडिया कर्मियों को क्यों रोक दिया गया?
नहीं रोका नहीं है, सबको निकलवा रहा है. चेक
नहीं आपने जानबूझ कर रोका है.
किसी को नहीं रोका गया,
आपने जानबूझ कर चेकिंग हो रहा है.
Interestingly, therefore, at 6:55 a.m. on Friday morning, the convoy which the media team of Aaj Tak and India Today was following was stopped. Why was it stopped? Well, the end game, it seems, had begun. An end game to end the life of Vikas Dubey. Here's exactly what happened during those final minutes in the journey of gangster Vikas Dubey. Take a look.
After a 12-hour-long arduous journey, the UPSTF entered Kanpur zone with their most wanted guest. The media was awaiting the arrival of this convoy. Some were even present at the Kanpur district court. anticipating that Vikas Dubey would be presented before the court as soon as the team reached. But little did they know that gangster Vikas Dubey would never again enter a court in this life again.
एक्सक्लूसिव तस्वीरें ये आप देख पा रहे हैं जो ये विकास दुबे है उसको
India Today had been following the STF convoy and had reporters stationed all along the route.
वो बैठा हुआ है यूपी एसटीएफ की
At around 7:05 a.m. on Friday, our reporter Arvind Ojha managed to cross the barricading where all media had been stopped.
टीम है उसने बकायदा इस तरीके के बैरिकेड लगा दिए ताकि मीडिया की टीम फॉलो न कर सके.
The India Today team advancing on the road beyond the barricade noticed that the STF convoy had stopped and one of the vehicles in the convoy was lying on its side.
जानबूझकर वहां रोका गया अचानक से और उनका मकसद ये था कि कॉन्वॉय आगे चला जाए. उसके बाद जब हम आगे बढ़े
जल्दी 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 उधर जल्दी 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 गाड़ी पलटी गई.
आज तक इंडिया टुडे की पहली टीम थी. सबसे पहले हम यहाँ जब पहुंचे तो ये जो स्पॉट अंकित आप देख पा रहे हैं यहाँ से गाड़ी हटा ली गई. यहाँ पर गाड़ी पलटी हुई थी. कोई भी शख्स नहीं था. एसटीएफ की 2 गाड़ी थी. लोकल पुलिस कर्मी यहाँ पर मौजूद थे. सबसे पहले हम यहाँ पर पहुंचे. हमें लगा और जब हमने 2 एसटीएफ के जवानों से बात की तो एक एसटीएफ ने बताया कि विकास दुबे इसमें बैठा हुआ था. तब हमें पता चला कि विकास दुबे इसमें बैठा था. दूसरे ने बताया कि उसको कुछ चोट लगी है लेकिन एनकाउंटर जैसी बात वो जवान नहीं बता रहे थे. तब हमें लगा कि क्या ये एक्सीडेंट हो गया काफी देर तक. लेकिन अचानक से कानपुर पुलिस का बयान आता है कि एनकाउंटर हो गया. लेकिन सवाल यही है कि 6:32 से 7:12 तक हम यहाँ पहुँचते हैं और सब कुछ हमारे में कैमरे में कैप्चर है कि कैसे ये एनकाउंटर हुआ. लेकिन 2 ऐसी जगह पर थी, इनफैक्ट 3 ऐसी जगह थी.
करीब आधे घंटे का समय आप लोगों को लगा यहाँ पहुँचने में. आधे घंटे के समय में आप लोगों को रोका गया और उसी बीच में पूरा घटनाक्रम हुआ जब तक यहाँ पहुंचे एक्सीडेंट और जो एनकाउंटर जिसकी बात करी जा रही है. अरविंद ये बताएं कि एक सवाल ये भी उठ रहा है कि शायद वो एक दूसरी गाड़ी में ट्रैवल कर रहे थे, सफारी गाड़ी में, और जो गाड़ी यहाँ पलटी हुई थी वो TUV 100 थी. क्या आप लोगों ने भी देखा वो किसी और गाड़ी में थे और यहाँ पर जो गाड़ी पलटी हुई थी वो अलग गाड़ी थी?
यहाँ पर जो गाड़ी एक्सीडेंट हुआ हमारे पास एसटीएफ की सिर्फ और सिर्फ हमारे पास एसटीएफ के जवान की बाइट है कि विकास दुबे इसके अंदर बैठा हुआ था. जबकि हम जो चेस कर रहे थे ऐसा लगता है कि वो जो गाड़ी थी वो दूसरी गाड़ी थी. 4 गाड़ियां थी. उसके बाद जो टोल प्लाजा है वहां पर 2 एसटीएफ की सादी वर्दी प्लेन क्लोथ्स में एसटीएफ की टीम यहाँ पर खड़ी थी. लेकिन बहुत मतलब ये ऐसा शायद पहली बार देखा गया कि जैसे लगता है कि दिल्ली में कोई VVIP मूवमेंट PM का चलता है तो सारी गाड़ियों को रोक दिया जाता है. उस तरीके से 2 जगहों पर हमारी गाड़ी को रोका गया और इन बिटवीन ये एनकाउंटर हो जाता.
It took 15 minutes to script the last chapter of gangster Vikas Dubey's life. At the end of that missing quarter of an hour, Dubey was dead. And what remained was the police version of why there were 3 bullet wounds in his chest and 1 on his hand.
The dramatic encounter of gangster Vikas Dubey by the UP police, which is already in the dock earlier for letting Dubey escape and cross 3 states, is now being questioned about how the entire encounter took place. We've traced the 24 hours of Dubey. Let's though raise the big questions that remain unanswered. Take a look.
From this dramatic arrest to this equally dramatic encounter in Kanpur, that took place in a span of 24 hours. Vikas Dubey's death has put a cloud on the police's conduct throughout the operation. Big question, why was media stopped right ahead of encounter spot?
उत्तर प्रदेश पुलिस की टीम है उसने बकायदा इस तरीके के बैरिकेड लगा दिए ताकि मीडिया की टीम फॉलो न कर सके.
Journalists were suddenly blocked by the police and were allowed to move only after 15 minutes. The encounter took place in those very 15 minutes.
मीडिया कर्मियों को क्यों रोक दिया गया?
नहीं रोका नहीं है, सबको निकलवा रहा है चेक।
नहीं आपने जानबूझ कर रोका है।
किसी को नहीं रोका गया,
आपने जानबूझ कर रोका गया।
चलिए बढ़ाइए, चेकिंग चलते रहिए।
क्या व्यवस्था क्यों? सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट है विकास दुबे को? विकास दुबे को सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट है क्या?
रोका जा रहा है जो
जानबूझ कर
कोई नहीं, चेकिंग हो रही है।
पूरी मीडिया को आपने जानबूझ कर नाकेबंदी की है, क्यों किया आपने? आप देख पा रहे हैं यहाँ पर इस तरीके के जो हालात है वो यहाँ पर है।
Big question. Why was Vikas Dubey shifted from one car to another? The gangster was seen sitting inside a Tata Safari at a Kanpur checkpost. When was he shifted to the TUV 300 and why? Big question. How did Dubey escape unhurt when the vehicle overturned? The police claim Dubey tried to flee after snatching the gun. How did he recover his composure so fast once the vehicle overturned? Big question. Why no real damage to car? The accident shows no signs of an accident. No skid marks, not much broken glass. The damage is not proportionate to what a vehicle moving at a high speed would suffer. Big question. If Dubey was running away, how he was shot in the chest? Normally a person running away would be shot in the back. The indications so far are Dubey was shot from the front. Big question. Why did injured policemen take time to reach hospital? While Vikas Dubey was brought to the hospital right after the encounter, the injured police personnel were brought in much later. Why? What took them so long? Big question. Why didn't UP police take transit remand? Though the Ujjain police took Dubey into custody, the arrest was not recorded. This helped in handing over the suspect to the Uttar Pradesh police without presenting him in a court and taking transit remand. The police has so far failed in giving convincing answers to these questions. Bureau Report, India Today.
And remember, it is the job of journalists to ask the questions, and we will continue to ask them. Also remember that the encounter culture is not unique to Uttar Pradesh and not new to this country at all. Over the years, multiple incidents of this kind have been reported where the police seem to pursue encounters to neutralize justice, to neutralize gangsters, a rough street justice that they resort to. Take a look at the encounter Raj that has taken place in different states over the years.
Gangster Vikas Dubey's death in an encounter raises doubts of extrajudicial killing, but this is not the first time and will not be the last time. States across India have used encounters as a means to fight crime and at times to settle scores. The most recent high-profile encounter took place in Hyderabad on December 6, 2019. The police gunned 4 suspects who allegedly raped and murdered a 25-year-old doctor. The police involved were applauded by the public, who showered flowers on them. In 2016, 8 Simi activists were shot dead in the outskirts of Bhopal after escaping from the city prison. The police got a clean chit after a probe. The Batla House encounter in Delhi hit national headlines and sparked a political war. On September 19, 2008, the Delhi police killed 2 Mujahideen terrorists in the Batla House area. 1 police officer lost his life in the shootout. Encounters were common in Gujarat too. Sohrabuddin Sheikh, a known criminal, and his wife Kausar B were killed in an encounter in 2005. The police accused them of plotting a terror attack. The unified Andhra Pradesh under both Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy and N. Chandrababu Naidu witnessed several encounter killing of Maoists. Back in 80s, UP police had launched an offensive against dacoits. More than 300 were gunned down under the government of VP Singh, who was then with the Congress. He had to step down after dacoit Phulan Devi gunned down 21 Thakurs in 1982. The Mumbai police had cleaned out the underworld through encounter killings. Many of them inspired several Bollywood movies, including one on encounter specialist Daya Nayak. Bureau Report, India Today.
So what does one say at the end of the day? मैं विकास दुबे कानपुर वाला, सबका साथ, सबका विकास. That's a new film coming at a theatre close to you. Real life and real life have merged yet again. Thanks for watching the News Unlocked. Bye for now.
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.